2001, A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, 1968, Blu-ray, three-packer, 3 discs in one, 3 Blu-ray discs, and they all have Blu-ray disc art, which is rare. Clockwork Orange, The Shining, and 2001, A Space Odyssey. Finally watched 2001's A Space Odyssey. I had to open this. I had this in my collection and it was not opened. But the amount of praise and whatever they said for 2001 Space Odyssey, I had to watch it. I had to see it, what all the hype was about. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This movie is incredibly boring. Holy sh... It's a boring ass movie. The movie is boring. It is interesting. It is different. It is weird. It is probably very influential, very Star Wars-ish. It is something. It is very stupid in some areas, but the movie as a movie is very boring. Very boring, very slow. And then it's weird. I kind of get a little bit of what it's trying to say. It's a bit artsy. It's the CGI and the sets are pretty interesting. They're not the greatest sets. There are some scenes that I'm like, oh crap, how'd they do that in 1968? So it is, I would say it's something different, but it's just a very boring movie. Hardly any dialogue. And once they do get to the dialogue, it is very boring, man. So I would say not my favorite movie, but I do see how influential this movie was to mainly Star Wars. It was influential to Star Wars. It was influential to The Simpsons, Married with Children, any movie with AI. It is a very influential movie. It's also influential to the movie History of the World, so that people do make fun of this movie. You might have to be on drugs to watch this movie because there are some very trippy scenes. So unfortunately, I was sober when I watched it, so I can't imagine how this movie is going to be when I'm not sober. If I'm on drugs or hallucinogens, it's probably a different experience. But sober is a boring ass movie. Boring and weird and dumb, but very influential. Very influential. Basically, Star Wars came out of this. Star Wars, Alien. There are just like so many movies that came out of this one movie, 2001 Space Odyssey. It's just crazy. Even Gundam movies from Japan came out of this. So it's a very inspirational movie. If you watch it, you're gonna see, oh man, this movie is like Star Wars. It inspired all kinds of stuff. And it's a very interesting movie, and the sets are pretty crazy, and it looks very clean. But you do see like the cardboard cutouts moving, so it's not 100% like high tech. So it is kind of cheap. But for the time, it was phenomenal. But as a movie, aside from all the innovative things that it's done, movie is completely boring, man. So there you go. Well, I guess these are all Stanley Kubrick movies. This is right here, 3 masterpieces of the macabre from Stanley Kubrick. So Stanley Kubrick did A Space Odyssey, did Clockwork Orange, and it did The Shining. He did The Shining. I watched The Shining. Shining was great. Clockwork Orange, I seen it when I was a kid. That movie was hyped like crazy. I guess Stanley Kubrick must have been a hyped director back in the day, because I've heard about Clockwork Orange my entire life since I was like in grade school, and I watched it. It was pretty interesting, and I didn't really like think it was the greatest when I was a kid. It was very weird. It was almost like Jackass, where they beat each other up and they're like misfits, and they're British people. I don't know, but I might rewatch that movie and criticize it. But 2001: Space Odyssey, yes, it's an interesting, innovative movie for 1968, but the movie is incredibly boring.